Oh, Bitcoin. Chances are you either think you know everything or know that you don't understand anything. For both camps though, Bitcoin is a form of digital cryptocurrency that only exists online, which sounds weird until you realize that a lot of the money you deal with day to day isn't actually cold hard cash either. Think direct deposits that go straight to your bank account. It's helpful to think about Bitcoin as a variant of normal money. Bitcoin is a genuine currency in the sense that it has value and you can use it to buy things. But Bitcoin's value will fluctuate based on supply and demand, so it doesn't have a definite value. So how do you actually buy, manage, and spend Bitcoin? We got you covered. Before you get into the trading of Bitcoin, you need to know a little bit about where it comes from. And that leads us to a term that sometimes scares people away, Bitcoin mining. People who mine Bitcoin do so through specialized hardware and software on computers with a lot of computational power. Bitcoins are essentially the reward for solving a complicated math task. And not unlike real mining, even though it's done entirely on computers, the energy required is immense. So even though it's a digital currency, the real-world impact is still significant. But personally mining for Bitcoin isn't necessary to actually buy it. If you ever bought anything that contains a precious material like gold or silver, you probably didn't mine for it yourself. Similarly, Bitcoin mining is just the first step in the process. The easiest place to buy Bitcoin is at a cryptocurrency exchange, which is essentially a stock market for crypto. One of the most popular in the US is Coinbase, which lets you deposit money from a bank account in order to trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like Ether or Litecoin. To actually start working with an exchange, you register with a username and password like you would with any other online service. Most will require you to somehow prove that you are who you say you are, which is a good sign since it means the exchange is audited to a high standard. You don't want to trade at an exchange that accepts just anyone. After you've gotten set up on an exchange, you need to send some funds. On Coinbase, for example, you can transfer the money from your bank account. In most cases, it'll just be a standard wire transfer, and you can probably get help at your bank if you're unsure of what to do. Then you put in a buy order. You choose how much money you want to spend and which cryptocurrency you want to buy. After a wait, which shouldn't take too long, you'll see it in your account. So once you've bought Bitcoin, how can you actually spend it? Bitcoin has long been used as an investment. Especially in the early days, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin were extremely volatile, meaning their value could wildly fluctuate from week to week. So people have been holding on to Bitcoin in the hopes that it'll eventually trade at higher prices. If that's what you're in it for, you've got a few options. You can just leave your money in an exchange if you don't want to set up a Bitcoin wallet, which is another storage option we'll get to in a second. But keeping your money in an exchange increases the risk of being swindled by the exchange itself or a hacker breaking through its security. While the risk has gotten smaller over the years, it has happened enough times to be a real concern. To minimize that risk, there are some obvious fixes, like picking a good password for your account, storing it securely, and enabling two-factor authentication. And then there are Bitcoin wallets, which give you the important ability of holding private keys to your own cryptocurrency. Each wallet has a specific address composed of random characters. If you're trying to receive Bitcoin, this address, your wallet account number, is what you'd give someone. A private key also matches up with the wallet's address, which is a bit like a PIN code for your debit or credit card. If you want to access your Bitcoin to spend it, you need that private key. Outside of mobile wallets, one of the most secure ways to store your cryptocurrency is with a hardware wallet, which is actually a piece of hardware that holds your private key. That keeps your cryptocurrency safe from hackers or a shady exchange. But of course, there are real-world threats. You could lose the hardware key, and if you do that, you're out of luck. Nothing is 100% safe, of course, but as the cryptocurrency community is fond of saying, not your keys, not your crypto. In other words, many believe you're better off taking control of your cryptocurrency than leaving it in the hands of exchanges like Coinbase. And if you're trying to buy things now, you're in luck, since there are more and more ways to spend Bitcoin on real-world purchases. One online retailer that accepts Bitcoin is Overstock, and they were one of the first retailers to do so back in 2014. There's also a third-party service called Purse that lets you buy things on Amazon with Bitcoin by using gift cards from people who want your cryptocurrency. Electric car maker Tesla has even said that they may start taking Bitcoin as payment in the near future. And in the years to come, the list of ways you can directly spend Bitcoin will surely increase. Now, we've told you how to buy it, but should you? It's important to keep in mind that even though the price has hit record highs over time, it's also seen massive drops. Bitcoin is very volatile, and it's not guaranteed to keep rising. Despite what Bitcoin cheerleaders might say, there is absolutely no guarantee that you will make money by investing in Bitcoin, and it's possible to lose your investment if the price drops. But even if you're trying to blow your virtual cash, you should always make sure you're educating yourself to the best of your ability before doing anything that could be potentially financially risky, like, well, getting caught up in Bitcoin trading. Follow Mashable's Bitcoin coverage, read up, and then read up some more, and make sure you're making educated decisions along the way.